I don't get it.
You don't.
I don't get it. I never got it. What was wrong with Vanya?
Yeah, exactly. Why switch? Why change? To Rattata of all Pokemon. God damn. Take it away.
Alright. Everyone, welcome back to TLMC 20 Spirit Crusher. Where your spirit will be crushed like when you go to board a train and you miss it and you have to wait for 20 minutes for the next one.
Oh, that's
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be 20 minutes late for work and it's like,
and you can't do it. You just have to wait. You just have to sit there and wait. Like, what are you gonna do?
Nightmare. And then the next train comes and you're like, oh, I don't have a seat. I have to stand here. Commuting is hell. In the northeast corner, in that positive note, in the northeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of South Korea, it is our Red Zerg, fresh from his redemption arc.
Mm-hmm.
It is our Red Zerg Solar.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran. It is Percival. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. The best of luck in the chat as we jump into our first ZvT of the night.
Yeah. The best matchup, the matchup, the matchup for which this game was designed.
Yes, exactly.
It's really strange that like TVZ of all the like different balance whining matchups, TVZ over the years has been the one that's like the most balanced.
The most stable?
Despite all the changes.
Yeah,
it's the most stable in terms of game balance.
Yeah. I think for a long time that was the case. In recent years, maybe years before the most latest patch, there was definitely a lot of concern around the ghost. I don't know if you remember the copy pasta where it's like, late game TVZ, the counter to Zerg, you need the ghost for the Ultra, you need the ghost for the Broodlord, you need the ghost for the Infestor, you need the ghost for the Viper. It's such a complex army composition. But I would agree that for the most part, it has been, there's not been too many complaints. It's everyone's favorite matchup.
Well, let's of course skip over the whole what was the Broodlord Infestor. True. I don't think True ever used that. It was just like Zergling and Queen. It's another True.
You're not wrong. True.
Attack! Juggling. Good juggling.
We got a lot of love for True. But for now, we're going to be settling in. As you mentioned, nothing too crazy early on. Hatch Gas Pool, third base is on the way as well. Standard opener at a Solar. Likewise, we have Percival going for a 3cc 1-1-1 as well. We're settling in. We're settling in.
Like I've never left, and it's all the same.
It's true. It's all the same. It has not changed.
This feels familiar. We got the Reaper and the two Hellions coming out across the map, steaming around, juggling speed. It's all the same.
Yeah, you're actually lucky. You missed out because in the meta last year. Was when they changed the Cyclone to make it where you don't need a... They've reverted it, by the way, but like back last year, there was a period in time where the Cyclone, you can actually react route Cyclones, and the Cyclone was cheaper, and...
Who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, I like it. You're like, great, that sounds crazy. But there was like a couple month period last year where Mass Cyclone was very much so a thing.
Let me guess. They also brought the shooting, the quick shooting thingy.
Backfill accelerators.
Yeah.
They
laser eyes. You don't need to research that. Sure. Just reactor cyclones.
Yeah, I think they made reactor cyclones, and they also reduced the cooldown period of the lock-on to like 2 seconds. So like you couldn't even like micro against it to break the lock-on because they just re-lock-on almost immediately. It was a crazy time. Their reasoning for it, they were like,
tank engine.
yeah.
Some of the tank engine fans in
Yeah.
Blizzard right now.
Yeah, they were very happy. Their rationale for it was that they wanted to make mech more of a thing, and yeah, in a way
As
they
if
succeeded.
it wasn't enough of a thing. When was it not a thing?
Oh, no. It was a dark time. But we're past that now, Steve. We're past it. We made it. It's all good.
Okay, I skipped the right era in StarCraft history.
Oh, God.
I skipped Broodlord Infestor and I skipped Cyclone
Uh-huh.
Madness.
Uh-huh.
Cyclone Reactor. Alright, so you have the push by Percival here. A bunch of queens for defending for Solar.
Yeah.
If there, the Ducklings do come in, but there are Hellbats to immediately dispose of them.
Yeah, so far 1, 2, 3 queens going to be going down. Bailings are morphing in, and Percival, can he split well against the Bailings? So far, so good. He does spread out his Hellbats.
I mean, it's just Hellbats, so Bailings, they're not really the thing you want against them. If the queens manage it, I think Solar is in a great position.
Yeah, Solar, he bleeds out a couple of drones, but the queens are going to be good enough. They shut down the Hellbats one after the other. Solar, he will defend. He does lose 6 workers, but Percival, he was hoping for a little bit more damage than that.
Yeah, I mean, Percival lost the entire army, so it's kind of a equitable trade. Now Solar is comfortable taking that 4th base and solidifying it, and Percival will go into the mid game right now, trying to get building that 4th base, not on location, so he can float it in. Let's see if Solar retaliates right now, or if he's going to wait a little bit. Bailing speed is just now finishing. Oh, starting.
Yeah. From here, Soul's in a really good position. This basically means after he deflected the army, he can freely drone. Basically, Percival, he also has Hellions, which means he cannot do anything to deny the creep. There's no like Hellions here to like stem the tide of the creep and to force it back. Now it's freely spreading. Likewise, Medivacs and Bio did also go down. Percival is being active, but he has to be very careful here with this army. He has to try to trade as efficiently as possible.
And we've got Hydralisk Dan finishing for Solar. Remember back in the day, we only knew Mitra would use Hydralisks?
Yeah.
And everyone thought it was crazy.
I mean, he was crazy.
And everyone started using Hydralisk. Well, it was crazy. You're right. You're correct. You are correct. Thank you for correcting me.
Like let's not gloss over that fact. People did end up taking his advice to heart. That is true, but he was so crazy.
That doesn't mean he was sane.
Exactly.
Yes, you are correct. Well, we have Hydralisk range coming in with these some very hydrated Hydras. And Percival, let's just... Oh, he's setting up a drop here.
Yeah, he's going for a double drop into the main base at the same time, pushing towards the left-hand side as well. He's trying to distract Solar so far. Trading well, no major losses, but Medivac goes down to the Spore.
Oh, and it was the Medivac with all the Marines. This one only had 3 in them, and they were already injured. Yeah, so that gets shut down.
Yeah, that is going to be shut down. Solar, he defends well. He gets up to 4 base saturation. He's on 84 workers. He is reaching that final form, that ideal drone count. And soon, Solar, all he has to do is just focus on army production.
An infestation pit just finished, so we have a hive on the way. And yeah, Solar is speed running into the late game. While Percival is... I mean, to be fair, Percival is really heavy on expansion right now. He's getting in a 6th base. So actually ahead in bases over the Zerg, which is never where a Zerg wants to be, behind on bases.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if he can maintain that map control, though, I should say. Michael's going up. Nice trades here, picking up Hydras. Some expensive losses here for Solar. So nice pickups here by Percival. He is still going to be deflected. Likewise, doesn't stop. He just keeps on going. He tries to go into the main.
I mean, if he can keep Solar occupied here while he's setting up his economy there and he's getting his upgrade. He's getting 2 more bases right now.
Yeah, he is going to be double expanding. Likewise, barely he unloads in the main base. This is really only a distraction. The main army does push in, but Solar's in position.
Sorry, some of these death animations are... They're gruesome, but they're funny. Somehow.
Yeah, so far Solar is
We got
keeping up.
mosquitoes on the way.
Mhm.
We got I don't.
Yeah?
I am
Yeah?
Viper. Viper. Yes.
Hey, there you go.
Things that doesn't look like a Viper.
They don't.
Viper.
They don't.
Hydrodiscs look like Vipers.
They look more like Vipers than Vipers do.
Yeah, Vipers look like mosquitoes. Giant, like mosquitoes.
I mean, they do suck.
Good one.
Oh god. That sounds very unintentional. Hi. As Solar is max. He's maxed out on Lingbane Hydra. He's got that one Viper with his main army. Meanwhile, Percival's going to try to push in, going to try to apply some pressure. He was pushing into a maxed out army.
The Widowmines get all sniped out of the front. Yeah, this is not good for Percival here. The Lingbane Hydra is just pushing forward. He has to constantly back away. He tries to snipe the Banelings, but gets surrounded by the Zerglings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For a second I thought he was in danger because the Hydralists would have taken out the Medivacs, but Solar actually decides to pull him back.
Yeah, he does pull back for the time being. Here we go. Lurker Den is done. The Lunkers are morphing in. Likewise, Lurker upgrades on the way. We have the new Hive upgrade as well. If you were unaware, Steel, there is now a lunge ability for the Hydra.
I'm just now looking at it. I was like, huh? I figured you saw my confused face. Confused look on my face.
I got you. This is like kind of like Stim in the sense that basically it's like a 1 second dash for the Hydra where they jump forward for like a second. And I'm sure we'll see it at some point here, maybe.
Like Vipers.
True. He'd also like the Viper.
No, True didn't make Hydralists.
Okay.
It's too complicated. Alright, Solar loses the 5th base here. Nice catch for Percival, who has 6 bases now? Plus extra command centers.
Yeah, he's got his 6 bases. Meanwhile, dropping to the main base. The power bomb does go up. Nice snipe on the Lurker towards the end, but he's gonna have to evacuate. He's gonna have to get the hell out of the main.
But nice pushing. Percival is really splitting Solar's attention here and forcing his army to constantly go back and forth between the drops and the pushes.
Yeah, like he's a really
This is how you break the Zerg.
Yeah, he's a really fast player. He's really fast. He's really bio-oriented as well. Like you can see it in full force in this game. He's just non-stop aggression, non-stop going back and forth. Very Bjarne-esque, if you will. Very Bjarne-esque when it comes to.
I was just about to make that observation.
He's one of the faster players. He's not a mech boy. He's not a Gumiho. He's a Bjarne.
Yeah. We like that. Alright, ghosts are out. Doing a pretty good job sniping with these. Well, actually not sniping, just kill them. They don't need to snipe them, you just shoot them.
Ooh, but Bailings, they get into the middle line. SCVs go down for the first time this game. Percival takes a lot of economic damage.
Yeah, but he has a lot of extra bases, so it's not really that big of a deal as long as he can survive here and have some army left over.
But the Lurkers have now arrived. For the first time, we have Solar pushing towards the expansions, pushing towards the production. And with the backbone of these Lurkers, Solar, he's breaking through.
They see me lunking, they hate him.
They are hating. Liberation has arrived. The Hydra count is low. Oh!
Yeah, if he has the air advantage here with no... GG's called. Solar takes it. Percival... Oh, he lost 22 SCVs. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
He lost more SCVs.
But GG, well played, Percival. He was barely broken in the end, and with that, Solar does take a lead in the series. Whew, it does take game 1, but again, a very intense game 1. Very intense, very back and forth.
Yeah. Indeed. I like that Solar basically plays it like Protoss. Just sat back and teched up into like a late game composition, and Terran played like Zerg, just expanding on the map and sending out harassment charges. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really nice dynamic there. And Percival, he almost broke Solar, but there was no major damage, right? Like, even though he was being very active and dropping all over the place, he was never dealing any critical economic damage. He was like getting some workers here and there or trading with the army, but for the most part, Solar, he was keeping up and he was maintaining himself. And he got into his final form, right? He got into his lurkers.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Percival for just keeping the pressure on all the time. That really bought him a lot of space on the map. I mean, and he had map control for most of the game.
Oh yeah. And we'll see how he will change his approach, as we're going to be loading into a much smaller map. We're going to be loading into Kill Switch.
Kill switch, engage. Engage. Oh, I need to do it like a card. Engage.
Is that a thing in Star Trek, a Kill Switch?
No, there's a band called Kill Switch Engage.
Ah, oh, there you go.
That was the joke the entire time.
Okay, I didn't.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever heard any of their songs. I just know the name.
Okay, fair
They
enough.
were pretty big back in the day, but
When was back in the day?
yeah,
when you say that?
What?
When was back in
On
the
my
day?
reference, I don't even know which day it was, to be
Okay.
honest. I've collected too many back in my days. It was the 90s, there's the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s, the pre-COVID, post-COVID. It gets too many days.
It's someday back there. It's fine. It's
Can't even keep up with them. Anyway, we are on TLMC 20, Kill Switch Engage. TLMC, of course, stands for Take Long Mech Compositions. Take long mech compositions, which is my advice to Percival in this matchup right now. I think not on this map, maybe not because it's too small, but yeah, sure. In the east corner of the map, it is our red Terran. Give it up for Percival.
And spawning in the left-hand side of Kill Switch, getting 2x Reapered, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar.
What are these things? We have oh, it's slow zones.
Yeah.
Right?
The slow zones. Yes.
Slow zones.
Red means stop, green means go.
They look like gateways on the mini map.
Okay. I can see that. Like the triangle. Yeah.
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 Triangle with the thing in the middle.
Yeah. For sure.
That's all I have to say.
Fair enough. Thank you for the analysis, Steel. I appreciate it.
And that was the map analysis by Steel Mold.
Let's go. But as you were leading to the map here, or the rush distance by gun is very short. It's very short on Kill Switch. The slow zones do make up for that, but for the most part, you can avoid them. And again, Percival does open up 2-Rax Reaper. He moves out with only 3. Now, the goal of 2-Rax Reaper here is not to break the Zerg player. It is to deny the third. By now, there should be a third base for Solar, but the third base is delayed, and he's kept on 2 bases.
It also prevents you being rushed by the Zerg because, you know, it's such a small map. It can be a thing.
Yeah. And see
Also, as
Percival.
Kuro is pointing out in chat, the slow zones are destructible. I didn't know that. I've learned that. See, I know things sometimes.
Yeah. Specifically on this map, basically, it's the tower. The tower in the middle, that's destructible, and it collapses on the slow zones and it destroys them.
Why is there a lump of rock in the middle of the map? That doesn't make any sense.
That's why. Don't worry about it.
Like, shouldn't it be like one of those like collapsible towers thingies?
That would make more sense, yes. You're not wrong. It would make a little bit more sense.
Alright, one Reaper does go down. More Zerglings coming in to surround. Oh, they're surrounding the zones, slow zones. Oh, nice catch.
Yeah, Soleil shuts down the Reapers with that Percival. He's going to be contained on 2 bases. He does have a safety bunker and is getting into his own 3cc 2-on-1. Not going to be an all-in. He is taking a third base. Meanwhile, Solar does take the linear third here towards the top side of the map.
I just noticed on that skin, it says C on the. No, I'm mind.
What?
Ignore what I just said.
Okay. Okay.
So-
Okay.
Even I'm too embarrassed by my stupidity.
The skin?
Uh, The skin of the okay. Let me explain what just happened. I was looking at the
Oh no, we lost him. We lost.
Game paused.
Ooh, speaking of, looks like there's a little bit of latency going on here. Hopefully everything's okay. Oh, hello?
yeah. Okay, I've returned.
Okay, okay.
Game resumed.
We're good, we're good.
I gotta do something about this graphics card. It's too ancient. Anyway, I was looking at the command center that was being built, and it looked for a second like it had the letter C on it.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, it says command center.
Are you talking about like the ring that was being built on the top? You're like, oh, it's like the letter C. Is that?
Yeah.
God damn.
No. It's too difficult to explain. You have to see it on the replay.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just- I'll try and get a screenshot of it, just so people don't see I'm crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of crazy, Steam is about to finish. These Marines are going out on the map. No medivacs, no nothing. This is just like me in Wings of Liberty.
Let's go. Let's go.
This
Yes.
is what I would do.
Yeah, we're going in without any medevacs. We're checking for a fourth expansion. Here towards the left-hand side, we have medevacs to reinforce, and looks like actually we're going to try to make our way into the main. Now, in the main base, there are
You
some
can
slow
sneak-
zones. Mhm.
Can you sneak up into the main base here? Oh no. Okay, there's it's gold minerals.
Yeah, we have gold mineral patches here in the main. You can open them up though. That in the launcher game. True.
No, not with Marines. They're too stupid to mine.
No.
Oh, if you can't shoot it, I know what to do with it.
True. Can't quite shoot, but they do pick up. Head towards the main base. Oh, the medevac gets very low though.
Yeah, there are Zerglings in the road waiting here. So, Percival not going to find a lot of opportunity here. Good speed is on the way. And Percival will go back and prepare for, I don't know, the move out by Solar, which is inevitably coming with Ravagers. Ravagers, that's the name of the things. Ravagers and Witches.
Yeah, it's getting into his own Roach Ravager. Behind this, we have a Banelinus on the way, so it's not going to be pure Roach Ravager. He's going into Ling Bane Roach Ravager in a couple of seconds. Before we can get there, though, we do have Percival moving out. There is going to be a window. There's going to be a timing before Solar has Baneling speed.
I don't know if Percival is going to be, if Solar is going to be relying on Balings here yet. If he waits for Balings to push, it's going to be, I think, disappointed because Percival will have a lot more time to set up extra production, to get that third base up, maybe even get a fourth.
Yeah, he's securing his third as we speak. Creep is being denied. Percival is being as active as possible, trying to clear up as much of that creep. But so far, the Roach Ravager is quite stable here. We're keeping up with the drops, and Baling speed has now begun.
I'm trying to think of whether Solar is going to have the advantage on that push or Percival. If Percival prepares really well with enough tanks, I think he's really going to be in a very good position.
Yeah, we'll see how hard Percival commits here because he's going to be the aggressor. He's the one that's going to be moving out. He's knocking down those rocks. We've got 4 tanks with the main army as well. Solar is trying to set up. We have Banelings morphing in, and Baneling speed, it looks like it will finish in time for the attack. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't know. There's enough creep here. Between the slow zones and the creep, there are 4 tanks, but that's not a lot. Against roaches, they're pretty beefy, and Ravagers, which can snipe the tanks, like so. I don't like Percival's position here.
Yeah, 1 tank goes down. He's got 4 tanks remaining. The slow zones, they kind of help disrupt some of the Ling Bane from engaging. But as you mentioned, it's still going to be in a bit of an awkward attack here as as Solar, he is maxed out.
Yeah. He's maxed out, he's got some good tech on his side, he's got the upgrades on the way. Yeah, just leaving a whole bunch of Zerglings there. If you can get a good surround on those tanks at the back, this game is over right now.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get behind the army. We have more Banelings morphing in. Ultra Caverns on the way for Solar. He does finish up the Hive. And Percival, he's pretty all in here. Like, he has to break these bases. He has to break Solar. He tries to come in from behind.
Oh, nice defense. Oh, but does lose one of the tanks. Solar loses a hatchery here, but still has enough bases. It's not the end of the world. Still way ahead in economy.
Yeah, so as the northern bases, still looking fine. Would you see Percival? He does peel off, going for a Dream Drop.
Oh, okay. That's a good move. I like it.
Goes to the drop, he trades to the buy, but he's going to be forced to pick up. Oh, he's forced to leave behind some Marauders. Alas, so far, Solar, he does defend.
Yeah, I mean, Percival... I don't know if he botched it, but he should have maybe pushed a little bit forward, used the opportunity for that when Solar was distracted, to push a little forward. But, yeah, I was fully concentrated on that drop. She didn't really actually do much.
Yeah, he wasn't quite able to take advantage of that kind of distraction they did cause. He's coming up a lot of creep. He's gaining some ground here at least, but the army is overstimmed.
Yeah, all these units are in the orange. At least not the yellow. So many Banelings. Look at the Banelings in the slow zone. It's so cute.
Banelings, they roll on through, and Solar, he's done it. He's gone to his ultras. He breaks through that defensive line, gets on top of the tanks, and you can just see how small the map is. He's already on the third.
Yeah, Chitin's plating just finished. His ultras are going to be even beefier. And yeah, done.
Yeah, he breaks through the bunker, gets into the mineral line. We do see Percival trying to make a stand. Oh.
He takes the northeast base. What's that about?
Yeah, it takes up right. It's fine. It's fine. Where else can he expand? Where can he go?
Maybe he was preparing for like a base trade situation or something. Anyway, GG's gold.
Yeah, GG, well played, Solar. He will take the series. He will survive the aggression against Percival. He was basically 3 base all in, and he was gaining some ground, but he was never really threatening too many of the bases of Solar. It still felt like he was looking very comfortable, had plenty of time to build up, to prepare, and to defend. GG.
Yeah. This time Percival not as active as he was in the first game. In terms of drops and such. I think he got a little bit slowed down there. And yeah, you let Solar get all the way to late game composition and you're done.
Yeah, I mean...
What can he do? He had Ultralisks at the end there.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit more committed there from Percival. Like, basically, what you're saying is instead of game 1 where we had a greater economy and a bunch of drops and a bunch of harassment, here was just one big push, right? It was just one big push early on, like a design to kill, designed to end. Solar, he just wasn't quite able to pull it off.
And it wasn't even an all-in, to be fair. I mean, he was on 3 bases. He didn't pull the boys. He was not super committed. So maybe that just wasn't enough, you know, against a player as weathered as Solar.
Yeah.
Like that word, weathered.
I see what you did there. I see.
Old and experienced. I'm not old. I'm weathered.
But here we go. With that, Solar, he does make it to the grand finals, where he's going to be facing off against his next opponent. Percival does fall, but he will be met by another Terran, instead this time by Beyond.
Yeah.